Real G's move in silence like lasagna. What? Hey everybody, my name is Joyia. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, DJ, chef sometimes, from Toronto, and you're watching my sessions, Off the Record. Okay, all right. Ooh, we started with some Donna Summer. We love her. Oh God, you're gonna make me cry with that album. Ooh. Lionel Richie, my mom's got a soft spot for this one. Who are my musical influences and why? Oh my God, this is such a loaded question because I grew up with so many. The one that I remember most prominently in my mind, when I was growing up, my parents would play a ton of bossa nova. So to me, there's so many, like that was my first introduction. Like my dad would play Earth, Wind and Fire, Stevie Wonder, all of those old classics. I grew up with those, but the one that I remember the most is just kind of bossa nova as a genre, because we had, let me tell you, it was called Brazil Chill Volume 3, okay? And it was a compilation of like all of these bossa nova classics, and we would play that CD, like the physical CD, in this busted old little stereo that we had, and we played that till it was like dead, like every summer. So I just remember like so many fond memories to that, and I just loved the sound of that music so much. So I definitely say that. And then when I got older and I started songwriting and everything, Alicia Keys was a huge influence in terms of just the musicality of her music, the songwriting especially, like A Woman's Worth, come on. Just so many. And then when I got into my mid-teens, I got really into electronic music, which was where my production journey and my DJ journey started. Diplo, because of his versatility in production, working also simultaneously in dance, but then in dance hall, and then working with so many pop artists that I found out later on. He was a huge one. And then I think the thing that kind of flipped everything for me was when I found out about Disclosure, because they were simultaneously dance producers, but they were bringing so many different genres. They were blending jazz, they were blending soul, they were blending R&B all into their dance records. And they were bringing a songwriting element to it, because a lot of electronic music that I listened to, at least, it got a little repetitive, and there were a lot of like, one-line hooks and everything. But when I listened to Disclosure, they worked with so many different artists and their singers as well. And just the songwriting and the musicality, that reintroduced songwriting into my electronic production, and it made me fall in love with kind of the entire process. So going through all those influences, I think I realized that there were so many genres that I loved, and I didn't want to pigeonhole myself into one. So I was like, let's do everything, because I think that makes me who I am. So just as somebody may see themselves as just an R&B artist, or just a hip-hop artist, or just a country artist, let's say, I see my identity as all of these different things. So yeah, that was a long-winded answer for musical influences, but I feel like I needed context, so that one's for you, Lionel Richie. What is my song movie about? There's very mixed responses about this. I'll let you come to your own conclusions. But my song movie, I wrote it about a kind of love that you can really only imagine, that you can really only dream about. Like a love that you would see in the movies, a love it feels almost surreal and too perfect. It's something that you dream about, but something that you feel like you can never attain. I was thinking about that one day, and what it would be like to fall in love with somebody like that, to kind of make a movie with them. And yeah, I wrote that song. Thanks, Lionel. All right, let's dig through some more. Oh, what are some simple things that bring me joy? So many. Oh my God. Okay, I love cooking. I love cooking and baking for my friends and family. That's like one of my love languages, I feel like. But then also just sharing a meal with people. I feel like that's such a small thing that we don't have the opportunity to do now a lot of times, and so many of my greatest bonding moments and just genuine connections have happened around a table. Love that. Other simple things, I love just like sitting by the window and feeling like the sun on my skin. I don't know, I just like warmth. I think appreciating little things, like actually taking time to stand outside and just feel the wind and acknowledge that you're a presence on this earth. And your time is finite, but what you do with it and how you spend that time can just be something so magical if you can just stop and kind of be still for a little bit. So sometimes they remind me that I am a physical being here, but there's so many things that I have around me that are in space that I'm able to enjoy and interact with and that like enrich my life. So just little things like that. Reading a book on a Sunday in the little corner spot of the L couch that my dad takes all the time, but when I can grab it, I grab it. Yeah, those are little things. I'm sure there's so many more little things that I enjoy, but you know, we back in it. What is my favorite movie? All right. So one of my favorite movies, it's a very old movie. It's a very niche movie, but it's just one of my fondest memories of childhood. Yeah, I'm gonna say two. So this one's on the record. My favorite movie. It's like 3 hours long. It's called The Sound of Music. And I just remember watching that movie over and over again, reciting, like I knew every single part, I knew every single lyric of every song. And just, I vividly remember just sitting on my carpet in my living room watching that movie. And off the record, my favorite movie is Shrek #1. Yeah. Yes, because let me tell you, so watching, I feel like any Pixar movie or whoever those writers were, okay, like, I commend them because I used to sit on the couch, again, vivid memories, watch that movie with my dad, and he would be laughing his ass off. And I'm sitting here and I'm a kid and like, you know, I see like Donkey and Shrek, like that shit's funny all on its own. But then I hear my dad laughing and I would just start laughing because his laugh is hilarious. But then I rewatched it when I was older and I'm like, God damn. I'm like, this is why parents can sit through this. So yeah, just all the little innuendos that they were able to sneak in there that you don't see when you're a kid, but then you just watch it when you're older and it's the funniest shit ever. Oh, so that's my off the record favorite movie. If you could only pick one, would you prefer to only songwrite or only perform for the rest of your life? Why you gotta ask me these existential questions at 1 p.m.? Lord Jesus. Okay. Oh man, each one has its own magic because I feel like songwriting it's something that feels so natural to me because to me for the longest time I feel like sometimes I'm not the best at communicating how I feel to people. Like I'm a very open person. I'm able to talk with my friends freely about things, but sometimes for me to truly communicate how I'm feeling inside, I'm not always the best at expressing that verbally. But when I'm able to sit down and write a song, I feel like when I combine those chord progressions and those tonalities and bring essentially life to that poetry, I feel like then I'm finally fully able to express my emotions. So for me, that's just a quintessential part of who I am. But then performing, it's like then you get to share that magic with the audience. You get to connect with people. If I had to choose one, I think I'd say songwriting. Because even if I didn't get to perform those songs, at least I know that I wrote them. And even if somebody else is singing it, it doesn't matter how the message is delivered. If I can connect with that person through the song, and I know that in my heart, then I think I can feel fulfilled. What's next for Joyia? That's a great question. I hope some flights to hot places. But no, in all seriousness, I'm just trying to give 150% to this. because I think, again, when it was kind of taken away from me, and for a lot of people for a period of time, I just have this newfound appreciation, and I feel like I'm finally at this place where I'm fully just comfortable and confident in who I am as a person, as a musician. I'm writing songs that feel authentic to me. I'm making music that I genuinely love. Whether it's R&B, whether it's dance music, it's just something that finally feels authentic. So right now I just feel like I'm in a place where I'm ready to give my all into this. One of my friends, it was one of my best friends, he's so funny, he was like, "You're like a flying squirrel." Because I was literally just out here like meeting people, being like, "Hey, I'm Joyia, like, do you want live music? Because here's your girl." So it's just, I think, looking for as many opportunities as I possibly can to share my art and share experiences with people. But outside of that, officially, got a new song, and then yeah, maybe another trip to LA. Who knows? Again, flights to hot places, you know? And just more music all the time. Once again, my name is Joyia. Thank you guys so much for listening to me speak. But you can find me everywhere at Joyia Sound. That's Joyia Sound. And pretty much anywhere that you listen to music, just search up Joyia, spelled the same way. And yeah, I hope my music connects with you. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been my session with Off the Record.